Pleasant day to all my subscribers, my viewers, active citizens, the Obedience family, and Nigeria. Thank you for joining me once again. Wait, Sowore just dragged the DSS to court after calling Tinubu a criminal. A bold statement, right? Dangote just dropped another bullshit. Two heavyweights shaking the wall. They are shaking the wall whereby the wall is in trouble now. Nigeria are in trouble. Let me just allow you to listen to that. Then I will give you my own intake. And I would love to hear from you what you have to say about it too. Then we'll forge ahead. Please watch.
To you viewers, let's begin what's trending with a major legal development as the Department of State Services on Tuesday filed a 5-count criminal charge against activist and presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The charges center on a specific post where Sowore called President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a criminal and accused him of lying about corruption levels in Nigeria during a recent trip to Brazil. The DSS described Sowore's post as false, malicious, and inciting in an unprecedented move. The Secret Service Police also listed X Corp and Meta Incorporation as defendants for failing to delete Sowore's accounts despite official demands. The DSS had initially given Sowore a 1-week ultimatum on September 8th to delete the post, but both the activist and the social media platforms refused to comply. Well, in response, Omoyele Sowore filed a counter lawsuit against the Department of State Services, Meta, and X Corp at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The human rights activist is challenging what he describes as unconstitutional censorship of his social media accounts, seeking court orders to prevent the platforms from deleting his posts, and called President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a criminal. Well, through his lawyer, Sowore argues that the case is fundamentally about the survival of free speech in Nigeria. The lawsuit directly counters the DSS's 5-count criminal charges, with Sowore's legal team citing Section 39 of the 1999 Constitution, which guarantees freedom of expression without interference. Sowore's legal team also warned that if state agencies can dictate to global platforms who may speak and what may be said, then no Nigerian is safe from having their voices silenced at the whim of those in power. And now the DSS has filed a lawsuit against Sowore and the social media platforms. Your thoughts? Okay,
there are 2 cases on the table. The DSS went to court to sue on 2 grounds. Charges count 2 and 3 of the charges accuse Sowore of defamation against the person of the President of the Federal Republic. Now, I found that a bit curious because defamation is personal. And the President of Nigeria can sue in his personal capacity that he has been defamed. The main issue here is that the DSS is saying he called the President a criminal. So the charge will be, he should come and prove it, that the President is a criminal. However, the DSS in the other charges is also saying, well, I haven't finished with that, defamation. Now, the interpretation will be that, Sowore, DSS acting on behalf of the President, is accusing him of sedition. Now, even in the UK, where sedition was in their laws, they revised it long ago and removed it because sedition, it simply means in the old jurisprudence that you cannot criticize the king or the queen, that the sovereign, is infallible. So test the law.
Yes, and this is it. This is the main point. At the end of the day, let us test the law. Let's now highlight the ongoing debate surrounding Aliko Dangote's business empire as Africa's richest man responds to criticism
from the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers regarding alleged job displacement. Dangote on Tuesday strongly defended his operation, stating that his drivers earn triple the minimum wage and that his companies have not displaced any jobs. The billionaire industrialist also made revealing comments about the challenges all Nigerians face, noting that while others
with liquid cash choose to relocate abroad to avoid difficulties, he remains committed to operating in Nigeria despite the hell he endures. Let's take a look.
What I keep saying, there are more people who have more liquid cash than me, for example, in Nigeria. Maybe one or two or three without mentioning names. But then now, when they see us going through this wahala, they run to Monaco and just stay, JJ. They don't want to go through this hell. But me, I've already developed too much gray hair and I'm ready to just carry on. You know, so that is the issue. So we have to be very careful because you are scaring people who are supposed to. And as you are scaring them, then you are actually creating us to now become bigger and bigger and bigger alone. And you alone, you can't score football alone now. You need a team. So the only team is for everybody. We can't be now, we as Nigerians, we have a problem. We don't have steel, we don't have enough, power, or we don't have this. It's not done now. It's not everything that government will do.
I think Aliko Dangote here makes a lot of points. Dangote's decision to stay and invest locally, despite these challenges, raises important questions. What
you are saying is that our salary is almost 3 times or 4 times their own. I mean, our own, after 5 years, free accident, nothing, a driver can apply and get a house loan. Our drivers earn more than graduates. If you look at what they earn in a month, it's almost 4 times minimum wage. And please go and ask anybody. I don't want to tell you, but go and ask everybody. It's not every truck that you can load here.
All right, let me take a reaction to this.
All right, Sowore is no a stranger. He's no longer a stranger to controversy. This man has been locked up, silenced, attacked, yet is again taking DSS head on by suing them over his claim that Tinubu is a criminal. He is making a statement. I refuse to be silent. My reaction is this. Let me paint this. Fearless is seen as a fearless man. He's seen as a fearless man because he came out to speak what many Nigeria are whispering, what many Nigeria cannot say boldly. I see him as a honest person. In a country where most politicians, tropes, Sowore jump with boast, that they can do it all. But wait, here is my counter. Is this raid about Nigeria or about Sowore saying relevant political issues? Because suing DSS in Nigeria is not actually what Nigeria needs. It's not actually a something of justice. We have seen countless cases like this whereby they come and then vanish. While Sowore is battling with DSS, Dangote suddenly decided to respond to the critics. And when Dangote speaks, Nigerian listening, he basically admits that people are questioning his business empire from cement price to monopoly control. People are questioning his business empire from cement price to monopoly control. It's just as a country whereby one person owns everything, owns the system, owns everything. The powers and business are being handled to one person, are being given to one person to take charge, to take control. It's unfair. It looks like Nigeria is running a monopoly country whereby the president, Tinubu, has control over everything. That's why you see that things are becoming very expensive. That's why Dangote have to come out boldly to say that it looks like Nigeria running a monopoly control state, a monopoly control business. It's okay. Now, silence means that this thing has been choking him always. This thing has been choking him, but how to keep him? But he can't keep silence again. He has to come out to say this. There's been hit. He has feel the heat that what Nigeria are suffering. Nigeria are now frustrated. Cement is expensive. Fuel is unstable, and people are asking if this is a dominance can help. If he can help. But harms or government, there is no government concerned. The government has been harming the people. He knows how to play politics. This is a bombshell. Is this really a bombshell, or is it about defending, honoring Nigeria, or just protecting his empire as a rival rise? Think about this. Billionaires does not really come out to say something like that. If they are not feeling heat on themselves, if they are not being threatened on their business, maybe Dangote is being threatened on his business. That's why he's coming out to say this. So here is the big question: Is Sowore fighting for justice or just headlines? Is Dangote protecting Nigeria or protecting Dangote? Drop your text in the comments. I want to see where you stand. Thank you.